The first gadget on the 4th page is Card Trick. It's a magic gadget where you pick a card and eventually the game will guess what your card is. Yeah, it won't really guess, it'll actually always get it right. But if you don't want to know what the trick is, mute the video now. But really what it does is it takes the number you have, then it puts it with other numbers. It eliminates the other numbers in about 3 turns until all the numbers are eliminated, which just ends up with your card number. That's really how it is. I would assume people would know that already. It's not too obvious, although it's not really obvious. But yeah, that's pretty much how it is. It's good for a cheap trick, pretty entertaining. But yeah. That's pretty much all there is to say about this. So, let's move on then. Alright, next one up is Hourglass. Now, the Hourglass is, well, an hourglass, or mostly 3 hourglasses. The pink one is times 1 minute, the blue is 3 minutes, and the yellow is 5 minutes, as stated by the numbers. So, it's really just virtual hourglass. You could time yourself or time something. Yep, it's just that. If you press A, you can flip it upside down, which then you ideally flip your Game Boy Advance upside down, which is why they have the numbers written upside down on the top also. You know, how a real hourglass would work. That's pretty much all there is to it. So, yep, there you have it. 3 hourglasses. 1 minute, 3 minutes, and 5 minutes. Alright, next one up. Next one up is Rockem Bow, or at least that's how I think it's pronounced. It's just your average rock, paper, scissors game. Now, if you play the main game of Mario Party Advance, you'll know that Bowser Jr. makes you play this game and his sudden surprise jumping surprises. Yeah, so this is basically the same thing, only with visual representations. Now you press the L or R button to make a hand appear. That's the computer's hand, and you know, you could play rock, paper, scissors with it in real life, you know. Wah-ba-choo! I don't know why I just said wah-ba-choo. Why not just say rock, paper, scissors? Yeah, rock, paper, scissors! Rockem Bow! Whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. I guess if you really don't have anyone else to play that with, here you go. You're never alone here. Alright, that's all there is for this one. Next one up. Egg Panic is another 4-player game, where players each take turns dropping an egg into the basket from the chicken. It'd be awesome to have a chicken that can do that into command. The ideal thing is to be the last person to drop an egg without having the basket break. If you break the basket, bam, you lose. You can tell the basket's about to break when all the birds start flapping their wings. I love it when they flap their wings, they look so cool. I really wish I had birds like that. It is on its side, so obviously that's when you tilt your Game Boy Advance to the side. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't be the last one to burst that basket or net. Yep, all there is to it. Moving on. Block Punch is one of the better of the 4-player gadgets in my opinion. In this game, each player takes control of a button set, and everyone just punches crazy at a certain block. The ideal winner is the one who gets the bursting punch, you know. The first one to actually break the block is the winner, and you'll be able to tell who that is, as the spring will stay forward when the block breaks. Or I guess you could also switch that around. Person to actually break the block loses, but then no one would punch, so I don't think that would work. It's pretty fun. There's 3 different types of blocks. There's a metal block, a wooden block, and like a cement block. Well, that's all there is to it. It's fun to break blocks with boxing gloves too. Alright, moving on then. Dart Attack is another 4-player game where each player takes a hold of a dart, and whenever the board finally goes by, you release it. It's kind of like a reflex one, only, you know, you don't have to press the button to actually shoot your darts. You hold it, and then you let go once you see the board go by. Ideally, you're supposed to release your dart as soon as you can to get as close to the 100 mark as you can, obviously. Closest person to the 100 mark wins. Pretty much as simple as that. Not much else to say about this, so moving on. Breeze Buddy is your own virtual fan. You can press A to change its speeds. It has an option of 4 speeds until it shuts back off again. So if you're there on a really hot sunny day and you don't have an air conditioning and you want to cool yourself off mentally, at least, here's your Breeze Buddy. It's a mental fan. It works the imagination, and I found that if you really try and believe, you might actually feel a breeze. Yeah, I've done it before. It's kind of hard, but you can actually feel something. Yeah, Breeze Buddy, your virtual fan. Moving on then. Chicken Race is yet another 4-player game where each player controls a car. Now, pressing their button set will pull the car back, and doing so will keep them from plummeting into a pit. Now, ideally, when you want your car to stop as close as to the pit you can without falling in, just like chicken. That line that you pass by is the signal, is the ideal time when to stop. But obviously, you want to maybe go a little further, but not too far. You know how chicken works. It's really just that, with cars. Now, I don't think I need to explain much else to this. The winner will get a flashing crown onto the left side of them. Yeah, pretty much all there is to it. Next one up. Love Me Not. Love Me Not is a game where you have your own virtual flower, and pressing A will pluck each individual petal off. You know how the Love Me Nots go. Pluck a leaf, love me, pluck another, love me not. Until you get to the last petal. You may be loved, you may not. But sometimes the leaves will only pluck halfway. Now, apparently those count. Personally, in real life, I wouldn't count half-plucked leaves, but, you can do whatever you want. Apparently, the person plucking these leaves aren't the best. Yeah, but whatever. Could be a stubborn flower. Who knows? But that's pretty much all there is to say about this, so moving on then. Mini bowling is another set in the mini sports series. It's what you'd expect, mini bowling. Hold the direction pad back, or technically to the left. Will charge up your bowling shot. Moving it up and down will move your bowling ball. It's really just bowling. Once you win, you get these flashing squares on the 2 corners. You can tell it's to the side, so, signals it's one of those games that are played to the side. Not much else to this. If you like mini bowling, this is for you. Not much else to it, but there you have it. If you like bowling, here's your bowling arena. It's pretty fun trying to get a strike and all. Alright, so then, next one up.